Hey, welcome to Black Amethyst Oracle. This is Carmen. Today I am tapping into current astrological energy, and although the reading may be timeless, you may find messages when you're meant to. Synchronicity is a thing. I'm using today's new moon in Libra energy for my inspiration and the driving force here. Looking at what you may need to release, what is there for you to receive, and how to recalibrate. And I'll try to make these relatively quick, and I will do some kind of love reading ASAP. But I know these aren't as popular, so I'll try not to go on and just get some goods. Use what we have. This Libra new moon has inspired a justice equilibrium reading. The first group is, and I have the Justice cards at the top, I'm going to show you. The first group is using the Witch's Tarot with this black tourmaline. And this is the Justice card for Witch's Tarot. I'll insert a still after. The second group is using SERPENTFIRE Tarot with labradorite and the Justice card. And the third group is using Santa MUERTE. Oh, God. Maybe it's too early for me to roll an R. And this is chrysocolla. Here's the Justice card. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, I'll insert the still now. I am going to use another deck to fortify my findings. It's just playing card deck. No majors, no pages, but I'm into it because it's nearly October and I got this spooky black cat deck, so you might see it a lot. I'll see you soon. Hi to group one. You chose the black tourmaline and the Witch's Tarot, group number one. I cleared them, and I'm now going to focus on this group. Beautiful cards, not the easiest to shuffle. They have like a matte quality. All right. What does group one need to consider releasing? What does group one need to consider releasing? Let's put that up there. What is ready to be received in exchange for this release? What is ready to be received in exchange for this release? Excellent. All right. And advice for how group one can recalibrate now. Oh, wow. Okay, beautiful. So, what you may need to release right now, we have the Knight of Wands and we have the Ace of Cups. This is just telling me that you may be, how do I say? You may be moving toward, coming on a little strong, okay? You may be and you know, if this isn't for you, it's not for you. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm getting, and this is not something that would be necessarily easy to hear, I think, because I actually feel like this may apply to me. But it has to do with you offering and so much of yourself, and like giving so freely and so openly and so willingly to a situation. It does indeed have a little bit of a romantic vibe, so this could easily be a love-related situation, like maybe you're really trying really hard to impress someone, trying really hard to seduce someone, or just really just impress them. And but there, even if it's not a person, something that you are pouring kind of aggressively yourself into, that is well, I just get the sense that you may need to ease up on your approach. Okay. I'm going to use my little deck to kind of have a little communication with the realm right now. Whoa, about the messages that I've just gotten. Then we'll move on. So for group one, am I correct? Is there are they coming on a little too strong? Yeah, you may be holding on to something from the past, and maybe just kind of going over and over and over what's happened, really ruminating on something that has already happened. Just wanting something back, wanting something to be how it, I was going to say to be how it was, but I don't know. It may just be to be how you want it to be with this Knight of Wands. How's that? Yeah, okay, so it's this is essentially a Six of Pentacles, which is over here in your recalibration. You have to ask yourself if this situation, whether it's romantic or, you know, a creative endeavor, or any friendship or familial relationship, job situation, whatever it is, are you getting what you give? Are you willing to put yourself and your wishes and your wants and your needs a little higher, and really hold out and pull back from something that isn't yielding the same energy that you're giving? You're giving something somewhere. Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups. You're giving a lot of passion and openness, I get, to something that is not necessarily giving back to you what you give, and it may be leaving you feeling just clinging and lack. Yeah. This is essentially the Knight of Wands. Yes, you're going for it. You're giving. You're being aggressive. You're being. You want forward movement. You're trying your best, and the question is whether or not it's giving back to you. This is an Eight of Wands. Or maybe it's just not giving back to you quickly enough. Maybe it could be a situation that is just going to take time, but if that's the case, you may want to consider leaving it to the universe a bit. You know what I mean? Like, you've done what you can do, and you've offered what you have, and now, you know, it's like, you know, the ball's in the other court, and you just have to allow for that reciprocity. So ease up. Yes. This is essentially Ace of Wands, which is, it's that spark and that inspiration. And I think that, you know, it's there for you, and it's not easy for you to just let it be, but you have to trust that, you started it. You've put your energy into it, and if it's meant to be, it will really take light, you know? Okay. And then, what are you ready to receive? We have Ace of Swords and Queen of Cups, telling me that you are ready to receive truth and clarity and unconditional love and sweetness. You are in a position where that is what you need and want. This does feel like a love reading, but you know, doesn't have to be. Waiting for you, if you follow this release advice, waiting for you is the truth and clarity, the outer perspective, the removing yourself a bit and taking a step back and looking at it and being able to see, you know, the value of your love and the value of what you've been giving and what you have to give. And really, you're ready to bring in, call in, receive ultimate nurture and something that feeds your heart and your soul. It's something that feeds your mind. How am I doing with this message? Ten of Swords. Yeah? There's definitely something that has to be let go in order to see how it really is, to see what the love, the weight, you know, the balance, what that really is. There has to be, ultimately, yeah, something has to end, something has to be let go of. It is time for a new chapter for you. It is time for you to reclaim your power in a way. And this is the Eight of Cups, speaking of walking away, again, right beside this Ten of Swords. Okay, so it sounds like we're telling group one, release the hell out of it so that they can see clearly the value, their own value, the value of the energy they put out. Is that right? Ten of Pentacles, absolutely. You have it all. You have everything to offer. What you offer is substantial. What you have to offer is very valuable, very anyone would be lucky to feel the security of what you bring. Two of Cups, and someone will be. Someone ready to receive real love. Ready to receive real love. Two of Cups, Two of Hearts. So it's just a matter of letting go of what's not giving to you and being able to see very clearly your worth and understand that there is a mutual reciprocal relationship for you. And this is the Knight of Pentacles. It may take a little time. Try not to lose faith. Try not to be impatient, but the spiritual realm is working on giving you what you deserve. And, you know, someone may come in who is who seems to just take things a little slower than you, but they're very stable and they're very steady and they know what they want and they're very cool about it, you know? And they know that it's you. They know that you are all that, and they know that what the way you connect is not something to take lightly, and it's not something that has to be rushed. Okay. How to recalibrate, which is essentially my question kind of really alludes to in the release of this and the reception of this, just really like advice on recalibrating. So that's where the Six of Pentacles and Three of Cups came in. And you had the Six of Pentacles over here in your release. The advice here is to definitely stay mindful of reciprocity and being kind and giving and receiving and a balance therein. Like a feeling that, you know, you're not being depleted. So you may find that giving in places that give back to you, the feeling that is given back to you, is not something that can be measured or tangible. It's not personal or selfish. Like Six of Pentacles, often speaking of charity and kindness. So in order for you to recalibrate, you may, this is just advice from spirit realm, you may feel a sense of satisfaction, of purpose, fulfillment, just really being in your body and in your soul and in the true essence of your spirit, if you can find ways to give to the collective, give to people, animals, nature, you know, outside of yourself, and not for your like your own needs, you know, like the sense of satisfaction that you receive from giving in that way will not be about something that you have in your life, like, you know, a partner or a job or whatever. It's more about just the good feeling of doing good. And that's advice. And I read somewhere or saw recently that when you're going through heartbreak, the best advice, this therapist that I've been watching, the best advice is actually to do this, to do good and feel good, that your energy is good in this world, you know, and that it's not just about you and this ego and self, you know, and like being in this very small space. And Three of Cups is your friends. Three of Cups is having fun. And so if you need to reconnect with some friends, you need to be more social. At the time of recording, you know, Halloween season is upon us, and most of the people I know love it. I love it. I'm super excited. Could be a good time to just have some fun and convene with your good allies, you know. And I realize, of course, this deck is full of women, and a lot of my stuff has a lot of feminine stuff. But I will say, just an added note, if you are a woman, and I just personally have always felt that connecting with women and friends, that are your friends, your sisters, is such incredible medicine, so, you can take that. I know it's not always easy. I'm not near many of my friends, so I miss out on that. But when I do get a chance to connect, even with a new woman I've never met before, there's something really special in our understanding of our experiences. We as a group in this society, and with things going on in the world, especially in Iran right now, I think it's just important to acknowledge that we have to stick together, and we have to remember what we are, and that we are very powerful, very, very, so powerful that we've inspired complete violence. And I don't mean we have inspired the creation of religions that were aimed to suppress our power. And that's just how I feel. And I know a lot of people identify with some of these religions, but I want you to know none of these religions are here for women. Spirit, what do you think about that? Six of Swords. Moving on. Yeah, this is your moving to stability, away from chaos, moving toward fulfillment, away from depletion, moving toward a greater sense of being, away from a focus on lack. And a Seven of Pentacles, investing that energy there, investing that time and part of yourself into the kindness and the giving and the friends and the connection, making it a priority, making it a focus, and realizing its ultimate potential to bring you into the balance that the question is about. This is the Five of Swords. Let the conflict go, when you have conflict inside of yourself, and just try not to think about it. Really just help me find this. Okay. Communicate with friends, therapists, whatever, if you need to resolve internal conflict. This feels like internal conflict within you. Maybe you second guess yourself a lot, and it seems to me like there's a message here about you don't fight your own self. Don't create problems where there aren't any. I think therapy could be good, but really I'm just saying anything therapeutic that will help you resolve internal struggles around releasing what you need to release and getting into a healthier space. Last but not least, we have the Eight of Pentacles. In order to recalibrate, you may want to take on a new the learning of a new skill, a new practice. If you've been wanting to go to yoga classes, if you've been wanting to take a workshop and learn about something, go back to school, take some training and upgrade your skills that you already have. This is learning and growing your skill set and your awareness and your abundance ultimately. So in order to bring yourself into recalibration and the balance that this question is about, I feel it may be a good time to look at that, like making the choice to go into something that you've been wanting to study or learn about or upgrade to. Okay, so that's it. I will leave this reading, and I feel like you're gonna be just great. All right, see you next time. Hi to group 2. You chose labradorite and SERPENTFIRE deck, which I have clear shuffled, but now I'm going to shuffle a little with intent for you, group 2. Group 2 and everyone who chose labradorite. What does group 2 need to consider releasing? Nine of Swords, Emperor. What does group 2 have to receive right now? What is right there to be received by group 2? Strength. Five of Cups. And what does group 2 need to know about how to, how to recalibrate All right. So for what you may need to release, Nine of Swords energy is regret, remorse, guilt. There's a lot of anxiety with the Nine of Swords, a lot of just something negatively taking over your mind. And so I'm inclined to say that based on everything here, you may be grieving. And when I say grieving, that could be any number of types of loss. So I want to be sensitive to that because I already feel a heaviness. And I just want to be careful, because if this is true, if this is you, I feel a need, more than my usual Taurus self feels, to be very gentle with you. So I feel you may be in a sensitive space. So I just want to show you that this is quite possibly the nicest Nine of Swords card I've ever seen. And I just want to remind you that the light is shown in the darkness. That's where the greatest way to find the light is from a dark place. So just know that is inevitable, that you will find a crack of light, and you'll find your way out with it. So as far as like what you need to release, I get the sense that you really need to release the need to control everything, the need to control the outcomes of things, the need to control just everything about your expectations of what has been built or what you wanted to build, whatever is causing you grief. That you have to actually release the control of that, like, or the blame, if you're blaming yourself for something. Queen of Spades, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel that you may be blaming yourself for something that you've lost, and some sort of you may be feeling like you failed. You may be feeling like you lack something that you really. I get the sense that you feel you deserved, or at least your perception of it was that it was something that you deserved. And I think, you know, in the release of it, in the release of the power that it has had over you, you will likely find that it wasn't what you thought it was. I did not plan to do this, but it just reminded me of my clue cards. A plan. Yeah, something didn't go as planned, I feel. All right. So release control. Yeah. This is the loss and the pain of the loss. And again, you know, it's Five of essentially Pentacles and Five of Cups here. This is loss and lack. And you have to let it go. Something that has left you feeling like you knew what you wanted and you thought somehow you were going to have it, and it's gone, and you have to let it go. You have to let go of that. You have to let go of how you even perceived it, you know? Like maybe you, with this Queen of Swords and this plan that I pulled, maybe you were just so sure, you know, you convinced yourself. Maybe you were tied up in a bit of a fantasy, you know, a self-created fantasy, because we tell ourselves what we believe over and over and over again. And if you believed a situation was meant to be, like manifested, and you know, what you deserved, what you asked for, or whatever, and then it didn't work out as planned, and you're feeling lack and loss, it can be very difficult to accept, because you essentially made yourself believe it was true when maybe it was never true at all. I'm just saying. Because our minds do things, and the things that we reinforce, the language and the thoughts that we use to reinforce something, like the more you go over and over and over a situation in your mind and make excuses for the glitches, the more you create something that isn't necessarily the truth. And Two of Cups. So I get the feeling this had to do with what you felt like was your person, okay? And I'm not saying you have to release this person necessarily. We haven't gotten into that. I don't know the logistics of your situation, but there's something that goes on with you mentally with this situation. that of things not going as planned, the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Swords. There's something about the way you process this connection mentally that is leaving you a feeling of lack and loss. So one more from Spirit about this. Gosh, you got another 5. It's the 5 of Swords. It's the conflict, and it's, yeah, like you have to let go of this internal. You may be constantly questioning inside your mind, like, what have I done wrong? How do I fix this? What could I do differently? Like, as if you have control, you know, and I feel like you have to let go of that. You have such a clear picture here, you know, a lot of negative feelings, things are affecting you negatively, but it definitely feels with this Emperor and this Queen of Swords and this plan very related to what you decided in your mind and the amount of control that you feel you had over the situation. You know, like I said, maybe you feel you manifested it, and it does feel like it's 2 of Cups. It does feel like a bond and a connection. Like maybe you thought this was your soulmate that you had called in or something like that. And then these 3 5s here with what you have to release, all of the feelings of low self-worth, all of the feelings of loss and sadness, and all of the conflict and the turmoil that you're inflicting upon yourself. All right. I'm sorry. If that's you, I'm very sorry. So, but what is here ready for you to receive, okay? You have the Strength and the 5 of Cups. You're ready to receive that guidance and that strength. You're ready to receive your courage. And all you have to do is release some of this, and this will come in. With the 5 of Cups, we're looking at, you know, here was your 5 of Cups in what you have to release. But this one more illustratively it's showing, you know, this figure. See these spilled cups gone, just, but look right here, there's a 5th cup behind her. And you have to find that one glimmer of hope. It's there for you. It's ready to be received. All you have to do is begin to release, and strength will come. That potential will begin to, you know, wiggle around and get your attention. You know, your other possibilities for happiness and love, places where you can put your love and feel a connection, are not all lost. And sometimes it feels like everything you wanted is gone, but this is a big world with a lot of people. Speaking of people, that's your Knight of Cups. Ready to come in when you release, okay? When you release the control and whatever agony and conflict and low self-worth, your mind has made this situation. I'm not saying that the person that you've been involved with has directly made you feel this way. It feels more like internal. It feels more like your ideas of how this was supposed to go didn't pan out exactly. And that's what you have to let go of, your expectations, I'm not saying you have to let go of this person 100%. I don't, like I said, it's situational. You may have been right. But there's something going on with you that you have to let go of that has to do with just being really mentally caught up in the way things are going, and that it's not how you expected. And, you know, for you, what's there for you to receive is, this is your romance. This is your offer. This is someone, you know, coming toward you with the love you crave. This is that other cup. This could be something left in this situation that isn't gone, or this could be something that you don't see coming, something new. This is a lot of possibilities for who this charmer could be. Someone very balanced, and I feel you're out of balance with this mental energy that I get. So this is someone who's very balanced, and in order, you know, for you to attract that, you're gonna need to, you know, check your own balance, and we'll get into this over here a little bit. But yeah, receiving, ready to receive. Look at that, King of Hearts, King of Cups, right beside the Knight. You know, you're ready to receive that love, but this is a cool love. This is a chill love. This isn't a forced, this isn't rushed. This is very chill. This is very controlled. This is someone who is coming in, but you know, they don't do things how you do. They don't do things how you might expect. So you have to change the way you expect. This is a strong indication with the Six of Hearts, Six of Cups, that it is a return. I hesitate to say that because I see it in a lot of readings, but there's a reason, you know, like people come back. I don't want to give you false hope. It could be the person that you're ruminating over. It could be someone else from the past, or it could just be someone who comes and reminds you who you are at your core and appreciates you for all that you really, really are. I'm not saying this person didn't, but this is, you know, this is a real innocent love. This is a real pure connection. This is something that feels familiar. So it could be actually familiar, or it could be spiritually familiar, or just chemically familiar. But it's good. It's real good. Look at this coming in for you. The Knight, the King, and the Six. Two of Swords. Coming in for you, a decision. You may need to wait to get all the facts. But coming in for you is a choice. Okay. And this is the Ten of Swords. The choice about, you know, whether or not you can let go of that stuff. You know, coming in for you is a whole new mindset. If you can let, if you're willing to change some of the ways you process the way you think of yourself, the way you talk to yourself. That's what I get. You have to be truly willing to start a new chapter in the way you treat yourself and what you allow. And in this choice, this Two of Swords to this 10, in this choice to be made, it's just really telling me that it's entirely up to you to recognize the things that need to go and the things that are holding you back. And I say things, it could be situations, but largely all the swords. I feel there's just so much hanging you up, and it's internal, and you're in something in the way that needs healing within you. And I think that it is coming as long as you understand that also involved with that is making the choice
to sort of retrain your brain in how you're approaching your, you know, your ideas of how things are supposed to be. All right, so how can group 2 recalibrate? Which is really just how can you go from, you know, this, how can you release and receive? Like, how can you bring all of that releasing and receiving into balance and into being and get yourself centered? So you have the King of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. And I feel this is really just putting some focus in your own abundance, putting some focus in on the life that you want to create, the bigger picture. The more you sort of like just chip away at how you would like your life to be, like what it is you ultimately need to have around you, like, you know, what makes you feel full and satisfied. You have to like begin to look at the bigger picture, right? Not just getting sucked into these smaller setbacks. And I know how it is when you're really affected by something like a relationship or something. It can take over everything and make you forget about all the other things you have to do and want and need. And then Six of Swords is moving forward, moving away from the pain, moving away from the heartache. This is a gorgeous Six of Swords card. It's looking out, you know, into the horizon and seeing the infinite potential and possibility there, the unknown, the beauty of that unknown. It's really, you know, maybe it's hard to see like exactly how you'll get there, but it's trusting that it's your guiding, you know, light, and that you're going, and that it's baby steps. You know, that's really the message that I get for you here, for how to recalibrate and come into this equilibrium, and how to release, how to receive. So really just, you know, assessing and focusing on the bigger picture of your life and looking out into your own future. This is looking into the future, your Six of Swords, looking into how beautiful that unknown is, how beautiful that sense of promise and possibility is. We have a Knight of Swords and a Queen of Hearts, Cups. Clear communication and, you know, thought out actions and genuine care for yourself and for those around you. That's just keep doing that. This genuine care and communication is what I'm getting. And like it's, I think, as much for yourself in this as others, but certainly, you know who has your back and appreciate them, right? It will help you feel the support that you need. But absolutely, like, action that you have, you know, making moves that you have that are well thought out and driven by something pure and driven by something truly loving and unconditional. And there's your Queen of Pentacles right here beneath this King of Pentacles and this other Queen. You really, there's so much here in your recalibration and getting balanced that is about looking forward and how you're treating yourself, you know, and just really this sense of believing, you know, believing in your in what you are and what you have. You got, you know, 2 Royal Pentacles here. Like, you're somebody who can really get grounded in this life and create a beautiful existence. And I think that may be part of the problem, you know, is maybe you're a powerful manifester and, you know, this situation hasn't worked how you thought it would, so it's throwing you off. And there's that Ace of Cups. Oh. Love, passion. Don't give up on that part of yourself. Don't let anyone's situation, regardless of how it turned out or the experiences within it, change your romance. You know, like, I get the feeling that maybe you're somebody who is very romantic and maybe you have been like questioning whether or not all of that is even real, whether soulmates are real, whether or not anything is real and happening and like, or ever going to happen for you. I think that's some stuff. And this is telling me, don't lose that hopeful, beautiful, romantic part of yourself that is so passionate and loving and giving. Don't lose it just because you may have failed you. And lastly, hold out for that reciprocity. You know, make sure that where you're giving, you know, in relationships and connections, make sure that where you're giving, you're also getting something back besides a headache. It's real strong. It just feels like you're really attractive. And that being said, you're going to attract all kinds of things. And you don't want to necessarily have all of those things. Make sure it's something that's give and take, right? So I hope this helps somehow. And I hope I see you again. I'm going to go ahead and just end. Thank you. Hi to group 3. You chose the chrysocolla and the Santa Muerte deck. I did a clearing shuffle, but now I'm going to do a focused shuffle for group 3, chrysocolla. What does group 3 need to release, receive, ready to receive? What's there to be received, and how to recalibrate? Okay. Group 3. That's the 7 of Wands and the King of Wands. What you need to release. What is there to be received? What is ready to be received? The Moon. Justice. So you're on the verge of a big change, a big come up. And how can group 3 ease through the release and the reception and recalibrate? 3 of Swords. All right. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Wow. I've been going left to right, but this is heavy in your how to recalibrate energy. So I just want to say, you know, from the start, it looks like there's loss and grief, a lot of loss and grief that is going to need to be processed. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, it could be, when I talk about grief, I mean, it could be actual death of someone. It could be a relationship. It could be a situation. It could be a job. It could be a home. It could be so many things. You know, we experience loss all the time in different ways, but this looks like something, I'm just saying, you know, from jump, because it's so prominent here. 3 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. There's a loss here, and a grieving process that is, you have to process. Like, it's, I'll just say from the start, there's something about you getting recalibrated that involves that. And like I said, I've been going left to right, but I had to say that, because if that doesn't fit you, then this may or may not be your reading. But there's certainly, with these 2 majors here in your what's ready to be received, this to me is the energy that's right at your fingertips, as you know, in exchange for the release of something. And this is the moon and justice. So it's majors, and it's balance, and it's like, it's seeing and things being revealed, and clarity. And this is a great place to be. Like I said, this is, at the time of recording today, the moon is new in Libra. And for you to have the moon here, clearly there's a crescent, so that's not new, but there's a, you know, it's art. There's a moon, and there's justice, Libra. So I feel like this is a very imminent change and new place for you to be in, a new part of your life and yourself that you're ready, really, really, really ready to step into. So let's just go back here to number 1, like I normally would do. And you have the 7 of Wands and the King of Wands for something, you know, what you need to release, maybe. Okay. So there may be a sort of defensiveness around, I get like a power issue, you know, like there's something around, someone may have a grip on you. Something may have a grip on you, something very alluring and powerful, something irresistible. Maybe just you may be being influenced by this energy. And then there's, you know, I think there's this part of you that knows what it is, because you have, and that it's not serving you, because you have, it's bringing out your fight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's bringing out your defensiveness, and your like, how do you say, like, it's bringing out your like, reactionary, like, it's getting you riled up. Something's getting you, something that maybe someone, a situation or someone that is very powerful, and I mean, it could be a job situation, you know, I don't know for sure, but there's a situation or a person that is not bringing out your best. Okay, maybe you're in a relationship where you're fighting. You don't know what to do. You don't know which way to go. So you're going to need to release Yeah, here's another king. Something that you feel really strongly about, and I feel like maybe the thought of walking away from it and letting it go may cause conflict for you and may make you feel like it'll leave you in a place of complete lack, like as if you don't choose to stay in the situation, like who would you be without it kind of thing. Yeah, another two of Pentacles. I just don't feel, I feel there's something is out of balance. Something is in a healthy balance. This is another king. This is the King of Swords. You have the King of Wands, King of Cups, King of Swords, and 2 twos. Yeah, something or someone has a grip on you. And you know you can't decide whether or not you want to stay in or not. And you probably know that it's not that it's not in balance, and it's not a healthy balance for you. And the 10 of Swords, release. You have to let it go. You have to recognize that there's a need for a new beginning here. There's a need for something to end, and a need that you have to, this 10 of Swords, beneath these two twos, where there's the, this decision and knowing what you want, and this lack of, and this trying to keep things in balance, there's something that needs to stop and needs to end. You know it on a level. Which takes me back to this, like, how to recalibrate, like how to release and how to receive this. There's gonna be a grieving process and going through a period of you may question your worth and your loss and your lack, and like it feels like it has to do with this, but this looks like you may be in a real situation of something that you have to just get out of the control of, like out of the hands of, like something is just, something's got you, and you know what you have to do, but it's hard because that King of Cups, it's hard. There's when it's good, it's real good, right? These were not meant to be romance readings, but I swear every group has had like love stuff going on. Must be collective. Or like I said, when in my post recently, like when you tap in to the energies that are here and going to find the video, you're gonna get into energies of people who, these are the things they want to know. It's an interesting place. All right, so for this what you're about to receive, ready to receive, what's there for you to receive, you have, like I said, the Moon and Justice, and it's this knowingness and clarity, things being revealed to you, truths being revealed, connecting to your intuition, trusting your instincts, and balance, just feeling like things are right, things are fair, things are chill, things are easier, things are good. And so that's there for you. There's a huge new position for your spirit to move through next, and it's right there. If you can release this, it's right there. Ace of Swords beneath that moon, where I was talking about clarity. Sometimes the moon is confusion, but I really focused on like the clarity that comes from the changes of the moon, and the light, the illumination that comes. You know, there's so many ways to read a moon card. But for me to see the Ace of Swords beneath it, yeah, there's truth and clarity for you. And honestly, it's really just a good feeling to move through life feeling like you really know what's going on. Like no one is tricking you, no one is gaslighting you, no one, you know, no one is telling you how to feel or who you are. And you know that something over here has you twisted up. Coming in for you is romance. Coming in for you is a more true romance. Coming in, what you're ready to receive is movement and communication and thoughtful gestures and somebody who really can prove sorry, so I was just this energy someone you're going to be able to see into. They may present to someone else, to others as something or someone else, but you're going to be able to see right into them, and they're going to be able to see right into you. That was heavy. I can feel it. I'm just trying to... This is right there for you. It's almost like a shapeshifter energy. How magic. Wow. Okay. This is someone and energy coming in for you that is collaborative and workable, and something that you can build on. Something you can really create with. And coming in for you is the ability to discern the truth. It's the ability to look at a situation with a new sense of vision, a new vision. Like something about letting go of this over here gives you like a sight. It gives you a different kind of vision. You have the moon, you have this Ace of Swords and this Two of Swords clarity. And like, I just feel like coming in for you is the ability to see things for what they really are. Like a heightened intuition. You're like unlocking your own intuition here. Another layer, it's like a video game, right? Like you're just going up, if you've had it before, releasing something that may be like holding you back and stifling you and making you question everything that you think. The reward for that, for yourself, is to find the vision you need. And then here we have for how to recalibrate, how to release, how to receive. Like I said, there's a grieving process that needs to happen. 3 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. Grieving, loss, you have to experience it and release it. It's the processing of it which I'm really drawn to here. It's the things you do to get you through what grieving is. Sometimes grieving never ends. There's not necessarily closure on grieving. There are many things in my life that I will grieve until the day I die. It's just a part of life. Death is a part of life. We have the Santa Muerte deck here, and there's such an incredibly strong feeling for me here of the value of endings and new beginnings, but also the way we process that. So let me get more details, because it's the Ace of Wands, 10 of Cups. So part of how you're going to recalibrate is to go for what you really want. Go for the dream. Stay inspired. Don't be afraid to take actions and believe in that beautiful, happy ending that you want. It's still there. You have to keep believing in that. You can be more strategic and more methodical. You can put more control. You can be a more controlled, I don't know what word I want to say. I was going to say like actor or player, like you can, participant, like whatever, like you can, in the rebalancing of yourself and the recalibrating, there's this energy that you're stepping into, or that you can step into, that will more easily facilitate taking action toward your fulfillment and believing in that happy ending. That is very bossy, It's just like knowing in a way that you knowing your influence, knowing your power, knowing your abilities, and not always having to display all of that. Just knowing it, just a confidence, an assertiveness of a certainty and of who you are. So in this believing in the happy ending, there's also believing in yourself for how you're going to do this. You're going to believe in your power, which is just so awakened here by the means of intuition here, in what's right there for you. Okay. How to recalibrate. That's 6 of Wands. Yeah. You got your self-respect and your, knowing who the fuck you are is really key right now. And like getting through that grief and anything that has made you feel loss or lack from it, realize who you are. Remember who you are. Remember you're powerful, and remember you're good, and remember you are someone who has star qualities and someone who other people admire and respect And if you've forgotten that because you've been letting, it feels like somebody else has affected the way you feel about yourself over here. Somebody that has to go. That feeling has to go at least. I don't know if they're intentionally doing it. Because the King of Wands is a little more selfish sometimes. Sometimes they just don't know. Sometimes they just aren't like fully aware of the effect that they're having. They look out for numero uno. So they may not be malicious. They could be a complete asshole. I don't know. There's a lot of power they have over you. But maybe it's just not a good match. Maybe energetically. I don't know. And then one more for how to recalibrate. And this is the Knight of Pentacles. It's just slow and steady wins the race. Just keep moving. Just keep marching forward. But, you know, do it at your own pace and in your own comfort, you know? Like what's comfortable for you. Push forward in your comfort. Push through the grief. You know, heal in your own comfortable timing. Stay working at it though. Don't just do a little and think you're done. There's something about staying on it and staying steady. Like you may reach a point where you're like, I'm good, I got this. I'm back, I'm better than ever. But I think the message here for how you're gonna stay as balanced as you can for a while is to just keep on working and don't give up that ethic of taking care of your mentality and your heart and your spirit. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Group 3, and I want to thank you, and I hope I see you again.